Hey everyone, we have another exciting interview for you today. So today we're talking to Kayla from Relic. She's one of the OpenTelemetry approvers for the Ruby libraries. Super exciting. And we're going to have a few questions with you today. So first and foremost, as we always have to do, we have to ask you about your career journey up until this point. So what have you been doing? What's your role in the OpenTelemetry community? And what's your current fun you're doing in the Ruby libraries?
Yeah, so I started my career working at a mostly Ruby on Rails agency, and during that time, I was responsible for installing observability tools like New Relic into a lot of applications. And as time went on, I've done some other things, but I joined New Relic to work on their Ruby agent in 2021. And sometime last year, I got the opportunity to look into what OpenTelemetry was doing for Ruby. And during that course, I noticed that the signals for logs and metrics had not been implemented in Ruby. So I worked with my company to try to find a way to help us contribute those signals. So ever since, I've been trying to work on implementing logs, mostly for OpenTelemetry right now, and getting to know more about the community by reviewing and approving PRs.
It's an exciting story. So you've been since 2021 been in with New Relic. Cool. That's really, really cool. It's a nice career boost to be working for the OpenTelemetry project as well. I gotta like that. So with that, I think there's a really nice segue here. We can move into what you think about OpenTelemetry and why it's important, especially with the state of the observability right now, and with all the different vendors we have. Why do you think OpenTelemetry is such a big thing, and especially why are you focused on working on it?
Yeah, so I think OpenTelemetry is a big thing because it allows users of observability products to have a peace of mind of having consistency regardless of where their billing and budget goes. I think that there are a lot of great products out there, a lot of different agents that do really interesting and cool things. But what's great about OpenTelemetry is that you don't have to decide anymore about which one you want to go with. Instead, you can have everything in one place. I love that it's a combination of users too, and people who are more of the observability instrumentation experts, because someone who's writing instrumentation can only know so much about what a user actually needs to monitor. And so by bringing these two together, I think we're creating some really great software that's going to help a lot of folks out.
That's great. And I think that now is the perfect time to ask about your role with the Ruby libraries, so the OpenTelemetry Ruby libraries that you help maintain. What would be the next big thing you would like to improve within the next year for Ruby and for the instrumentation using Ruby?
So in the next year, I think what I'd really like to accomplish is signal stability. And I think that feels like a bit of a stretch, but if we could do it, that would be fantastic. So we have, some PRs under review for metrics and logs. And we kind of had a meeting in January with our overall goals for the year, kind of our New Year's resolutions. And I think we've been doing a good job sticking to them. So if this year we can get the signals and the SDK nailed down, then maybe next year we can start focusing on integrating metrics and logs into more of our instrumentation libraries.
And that brings me to the last question. What would be the biggest challenge when implementing the new Ruby signals? So stability, of course, I can see that as a goal. But what would be the one thing that you go like, I have to do that thing?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think that the OpenTelemetry Ruby community really could use more people getting involved. I think that having more folks reviewing and contributing would make a huge difference to getting over those hurdles of trying to get the signals implemented. Because right now, it's a small team of dedicated people, but you do need a lot of like feedback and engagement to kind of make sure that the signals that you're implementing are going to be very solid, very performant, things like that. So I think, yeah, if there's anyone out there listening to this who is interested in getting involved in OpenTelemetry for Ruby, I would highly recommend you go to the SIG, talk in the CNCF Slack, because yeah, we'd love to hear your perspective and have you get involved.
Super, super insightful answers from Kayla today. And thank you so much for being with us today. I don't want to take more of your time. I know you have cool stuff planned for the rest of the day. And yeah, catch us next time for more interviews.